Hello, guys. Yep, we are back here, and we are doing a standard matchup, and it's only a one versus one on the standard queue. I was hoping to do a daily today, but I just found out that the next daily would be in the next couple of hours, and it's already midnight here, so I won't be able to make it just as yet. We have our opening hand here. We are using blue, white, red control. And I hope you're able to see the deck that I just made for blue, white, red control. And we're just going to do our first match here. Our opening hand is more of like a four-lander, five-lander. And we don't have much interaction with the opponent. We are going to be going second. And we are on the draw. I'm gonna mulligan this because if we happen to encounter aggro decks or fast decks, then we might just find ourselves in trouble. So let's mulligan this. Okay, we only have one land and six costing. Sorry, one spell with a six casting cost and a supreme verdict. We're gonna mulligan again here. Same thing, another land. I'll probably need to keep this actually because we are on the five. We are down to five cards now. So let's just try to keep and hope we can draw better. Okay, it looks like we are gonna be facing an aggro here. So every time I see a stomping ground, then it's more likely that it's gonna be followed by a Burning Tree Emissary. It's pretty lucky that we got our much needed land there, but I was hoping it's a Glacial Fortress instead of a Clifftop Retreat. However, I cannot complain. We moved down to 5 and then we're just hoping to survive here. Okay, looks like it's gonna be a Burning Tree Emissary. Yeah, just as usual. So I'm just gonna yield until end of turn here because we don't have anything to do during his turn anyway. Okay, it's a Lightning Mauler, so the classic combo. We're gonna be taking 4 here and it should be fine. Alright, we have Searing Spear, and I am pretty much gonna cast this during begin combat phase, because if you cast this during their attack phase, there's a tendency that they may have a Gore Clan Rampager, and it's just gonna nullify your Searing Spear. But let's see if we cast something post-combat, sorry, pre-combat, and if it's worth Searing Spear instead, then we might just do that. Or if you happen to play a Rancor in his one of his creatures, then you can just 2-for-1 them for that. But casting Searing Spear main phase is just not that applicable. Okay, looks like it's a boar, so our Searing Spear might just be useful there. We're definitely gonna take out this boar, and we can do that during attack phase because he doesn't have mana anyway in case he has a Gore Clan Rampager. Okay, we're just gonna take out this boar thing and then take another 4. So hopefully we can draw a blue mana land and another land to go along with that. But sadly we don't have a verdict right now, so it looks like we're gonna just try to buy some time here. If not, then we just need to do our best on our second game. So I'm just gonna yield here because we don't have anything to do anyway. Okay, there's the Gore Clan Rampager. At least we were able to reveal that. So, yield end of turn. It's a Hell Rider. No, it's a Lightning Mauler. So, that's pretty much game there. I'd rather just concede now because he's gonna attack, but let's see what's he's planning to do here. Okay, attacking with everybody. We don't have an answer. So we pretty much revealed that we're white red. He might not have an idea. He might think that we are in Boros or probably an aggro deck, but let's see what happens. Okay, sideboarding, I'm definitely gonna bring in Supreme Verdict and Terminus. So let's bring that in. Um, I will bring in a Detention Sphere as well, and the Iset Caster. Nothing else. Pretty much, we're gonna take out our counter spells because having this against aggro is just too slow. And then I might take out a copy of Think Twice because we don't want to be Think Twicing much unless we are digging for either an answer or um, a land. So I might just pull one here. I could use the Azur's Charm to cover for that. Other thing is, let's see. I'm gonna take out a copy of Sphinx's Revelation because it's again too slow during aggro matchups. If we happen to pull one and we make it to several lands, at least 6 or 5 lands, then we can gain some life out of it. But against aggro, which can kill you in 4 to 5 turns, then it's not pretty much gonna be very useful for us. I'm gonna take out one copy. We still have a couple of copies there, and then I'll bring in a negate. The reason being, bringing in a negate because it helps out on during the last few turns, wherein if your life is too low and you're about to get burned, then you just happen to have negate there. Formerly, I bring dissipate, but if at times that you don't have that second blue mana, then you might just have or find yourself in a trouble. Syncopate is okay, but sometimes they have enough lands to just pay for that counter spell of yours. Let's see what happens from here. All right, let's. I'm gonna go first here. Hmm. Uh, 5 lander. I'm down to. Sorry, I'm playing first, and I don't mind keeping this. It might be the wrong play here, but I don't really mind because the reason being I have the lands in case I get to draw a Terminus or a Supreme Verdict. However, I feel kind of sad because if I mulligan here again, we're gonna go down to 6 cards and probably get ourselves into trouble. So let's just stick to this. It could be the wrong play again, but the good thing there is we have Pillar of Flame as an answer, and then Hallowed Fount. Sorry, Summon as well. So I'll just keep this. And then during our turn, I'm gonna bring down Hallowed Fountain. You might ask why Hallowed Fountain and not Steam Vents, because Hallowed Fountain, in case we draw a Terminus or Miracle Terminus, then we can get to remove whatever he plays here. Okay, it's a Arachnus Scattler. And at the same time, we can bring down the Sulfur Falls later and just do a Pillar of Flame here. Okay, that's not particularly the draw we are looking for, but we can complain. So we just pillar that and then yield. Hopefully we get a Supreme Verdict or a Terminus here, but let's see. Okay, another land is not the ideal draw there, but we still have Unsummon to help us out. I'm gonna take this Rakdos Cackler and then let's see what's I'm gonna save the Unsummon for now, and we can see that he didn't play anything. So the question is, do we cast the Terminus? I would say not yet because we can take a couple of hits from the Rakdos Cackler and we have the mana to, but I think I just revealed it, right? Okay, so that's the, I should have just kept it, but anyway, I'm sorry for that anyway. Okay. I should have kept it, but I accidentally pressed yes, so can't be too careful there. So let's just play a Hallowed Fountain here. My plan was to just wait for another creature like that and then use my Terminus from there, but anyway, it's a mistake. So at least we are not getting bashed quite heavily. We do have Aurelia here, which is kind of nice. We can bring it down on our next turn and start racing, but my only worry is if he has Act of Treason or anything of those kind, then we might just have or find ourselves in trouble. He looks to be saving something, but I'm not really sure. It could be a Reckoner here, so I'm gonna play Glacial Fortress. And then I might just unsummon the Reckoner. Or should we play Aurelia? Because my worry is if we play Aurelia and then she has a Act of Treason or any control type of option there, then we could be in a lot of trouble. However, we don't seem to be doing good in the racing position right now. So I will try to bring down Aurelia here and then use the Unsummon against his creatures. This could be the wrong play, but we don't have much choice. We're just gonna try to bash in with much damage as we can. I'm just hoping he doesn't have any Act of Treason or anything of that sort because yeah, it doesn't look like he does. So we're just gonna race here, I think. And hopefully he doesn't have a so it looks like he doesn't have a Searing Spear or a what was that? Museum Mortars. Okay, so it sets up in a position that another Boros Reckoner, I think. Okay, so if we draw our Detention Spear here, then it might just help us out. Let's play a land first. Then we start bashing with Aurelia again. Hopefully we can get something out of the our Ogre of Bolas. Azur's Charm would be an ideal draw because it can gain us enough life. There we go. We have Supreme Verdict actually. But at this point, I probably need to take the Azur's Charm because I can give Aurelia lifelink later. And then if something goes wrong, I can just unsummon things, right? So this could be a wrong play, but wouldn't hurt. So my plan here is I would unsummon one of his Reckoner and then take 3. So it looks like he's gonna go all in here. We're just gonna unsummon the Reckoner. And hopefully he doesn't have an answer to Aurelia. We're gonna take 3 here. The reason I block with Ogre and not Aurelia because I don't want to risk the opportunity there to have my Aurelia or killed. Because he might follow it up with a Searing Spear or something similar. So it could be another Reckoner or hopefully not a Mesium Mortars. So a Searing Spear on Ogre of Bolas should be okay. And at least the Snapcaster Mage. That should be a pretty decent draw for us because we can unsummon once again another Reckoner attack. And if something goes wrong and he wants to control Aurelia, then we can unsummon it also. So let's just play this land and then attack with Aurelia. Okay, post damage, we're just gonna give ourselves our life link to buffer our life total a bit. I don't want to get burned. He has 6 cards. So let's try to gain a little life. And then actually, we can Pillar Flame his face, so I don't think he can get out of that situation. I was thinking of using Unsummon at some point there, but anyway, it's a good thing the Pillar is still available. Alright, we're back to sideboarding. I don't think I need or at this point want to bring in any cards. But that was a bit sketchy. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna submit this deck and let's see what happens on the round 3. Okay, we have our options here. We have a Searing Spear and a Pillar Flame which we can cast during second and third turns. I don't really feel like mulliganing this one because we already have 3 lands, although it's not the very ideal lands at the moment. Our Angel might be able to come down using Cavern of Souls, so pretty much we can cope up. However, the only thing here that makes me kind of sad is drawing the Terminus, but if we happen to climb 6 lands, then we might just be able to make it. I'm gonna try to keep this and then play Steam Vents during first turn. Sorry, second turn. Okay, good thing he doesn't have a turn 1 play, but I'm okay. We're gonna bring down Sacred Foundry instead because the reason being, if we Miracle a Terminus again, then it can act as a removal for us. So this might be a emissary, which is yes, it's an emissary. And a Stormkirk Noble. Experiment 1? No. Okay. Ogre Bolas is not really a bad draw there. I am thinking I'm just gonna bring down the steam vents, Pillar of Flame the emissary so it can save me one less damage, but we definitely need to take care of the Stormkirk Noble later. So I'm just gonna bring down steam vents on top. Sorry, tap, and then Pillar the Burning Tree emissary here. Okay, that is a problem. Volcanic strength is a problem because yeah, we don't have a respond there, but I'd rather just have it placed on the Stormkirk for now. It's gonna be a 3-3 and then we can respond later. So good thing we pillared the Burning Tree emissary. But after it hits, it's gonna be a 4-4, so that's gonna be a little problem for us. But either way, if we let the emissary live, then it's the same story. So our target here is to get another burn spell, but we at least okay. We just break, and I don't really mind breaking that time because we were in a position to draw 3 additional lands, which is not kind of the ideal place for us to be. We are on a short clock here. The Stormcloak Noble might just grow. We need Azorius Charms or Unsummons. Okay, Cackler. Double Searing Spear on this guy should be okay. So that was kinda good draw for us actually. I don't want to be taking any more damage at this point. So let's just name this as Angel. However, we need to cast our double searing spear during post-combat, sorry, begin combat stage. If we cast it at during attack stage, then we might just have some problems there because he might get or he might have a Gorklan Rampager. So we're just gonna pass the turn here. Your turn, sir. That way, if we place a Rancor or additional enchantments on this creature, then we can get some sort of a value there from our searing spears. So just a little note there. This blue white red I was trying to or planning to bring into daily. I just got off from a daily match or daily earlier and won 4-0. So I was kinda okay with the deck that I built. Okay, we're just gonna spear this one. Hopefully he doesn't have a something or a giant growth maybe. It's not gonna be very good for us. So I guess he has an idea of what's coming next, right? It's gonna be two searing spears and I'm sorry but I need to kill that guy, man. So two cards for two cards and not really good. Okay, he might have a Gorklan Rampager here. So, the thing is, I might pass the turn because I want to keep the bolas in order to blink it later for additional um, card advantage. However, what if he doesn't, right? That would mean actually that our bolas we will take 2 damage and then we'll just let it be for now. Then we'll try to block with bolas later. Um, I think that's the better play because we could get a little few more card advantages there. But having a lightning mauler on the field right now is not really the ideal one for us. So we are slowly climbing for the terminus, but for now, I'm just gonna do this. And hopefully it doesn't have a searing spear to kill off our bolas. I'm kinda thinking that he might attack with the cackler. Okay, we're just gonna do our angel here. I don't really feel bad taking the extra 2 damage from cackler because I kinda need a additional card. Hopefully, Bolas can give us something here. So what we need is our second white mana. Azorius Charm is not really bad actually. So I might just take it over Sphinx's Revelation because I may be getting two angels hopefully later or just one angel. But yeah, I guess that's the play here. I don't want to be doing Sphinx's Revelations at this point because I'm trying to wait for my white mana. Okay, this is how our block is going to be. We're gonna block this one and then block Resto with Cackler. That way, if he Gorklan Rampagers the Cackler, we still get value out of the trade with the Lightning Mauler. However, if he Gorklan Rampagers the Mauler, then that's better, and we get to save our Restoration Angel. Let's see what happens. So I think he's gonna trying to choose here because either way, he might just lose one creature. But nothing's happened. So that's confusing. He might have a Searing Spear follow-up. So he's gonna take out the Resto Angel, which is fine. That's much better for me instead of seeing creatures on the field. Alright, that's quite okay. I'm pretty happy to have Snapcaster joining us at this point. So I'm gonna attack with Ogre of Bolas because I can flash, bounce it back with the Resto Angel later should he have a hasty creature. Or if there's an Hell Rider coming up, then we can snap in Snapcaster and then take out his Hell Rider. Okay, it's a Flinthoof Boar, which probably might get hasted here. Okay, with the haste, I'm gonna bring in the Resto Angel to ambush this boar. And then get a little value out of Bolas, hopefully. Okay, we're gonna get the thing twice instead so that we can start drawing cards. Or should it be Azorius Charm? I think we are quite stabilizing now, so I'm just gonna... No, I'm just gonna take the Azorius Charm instead. You could never tell, right? So during block here, we're gonna block the boar. Okay. Nothing much exciting happening there. Just us stabilizing the board. I hope you enjoyed our short blue, white, red deck there. Like I said, I wanted it to be joining the daily, but unfortunately the next daily is within the next 3 hours, so it's already 12:31 a.m. here if you notice, and I won't be able to stay up that late. So I'm gonna try to do a few more videos for our blue, white, red control. I hope you like it, and if ever you have suggestions or anything at all, please feel free to leave comments. Comments are really highly appreciated because I'm trying to work for my gameplay to improve. Additionally, if you can like the videos, I don't really mind whether you like it, or sorry, if the videos are like or not. But what I do really want are comments or suggestions on my gameplay, especially the part where I mulliganed or kept the hand. I really need some advice there. Other than that, I like to thank you for watching, and then I will see you guys on our next video. Bye for now.